Your TA, or your transverse abdominis, is one of your deepest core muscles, and it wraps right around to support you like a corset. Retraining this muscle is an important step in managing lower back pain. To train this muscle, lay on your back and place your fingers just inside your hip bones to feel for a contraction. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine your belly button is falling through your body and down towards the floor. You should feel a gentle tension under your fingers. Once you master TA activation, you can try challenging the muscle a little bit more with some leg movements. The first one is keeping the TA contracted and letting one knee drop out. Sometimes when the legs start to move, the TA will want to turn off. If this is the case for you, start with tiny knee drops and be patient with training. The next progression is a TA contraction with a small march. Keep the core activated and lift one foot off the floor. Supporting the weight of the legs challenges the core even more, so be sure you aren't losing your contraction partway through the movement. This last progression is the most difficult of the movements so far. Keep the TA contracted, your spine in a neutral position, and move one leg out straight and then return to a bent position. It's very important you keep the TA activated during the down and up phase of this movement. Bridging is a simple exercise that helps activate the core and glutes. Contract your core, squeeze your glutes, and lift your hips up off the floor. If extending all the way up is uncomfortable, try only lifting halfway at first. Clamshells are a simple exercise for the smaller glute muscles that have a big impact on how the pelvis and lower back function. Lay on your side with your hips and your knees bent to 90 degrees. Lift the top knee up without letting your hips rock backwards at all. Dead bugs are a great challenge for the core muscles. Keep your core contracted and move one arm and the opposite leg away from your center, as shown here. Start with small movements and move towards the bigger ones. Side planks are excellent core activators and should be completed for both sides of the body. With your elbow positioned under your shoulder, push upwards to make yourself a straight line from your shoulder to your knees. Keep the core activated and work towards longer hold times. Our last beginner core exercise is a plank from the knees. This is an exercise that activates all the muscles of the core and lower back. Activate the core and push up into a plank position from your knees. Ensure that you aren't lifting your hips too high or letting them sag too low. While you're working through these beginner core exercises, here are some simple reminders. Always keep the core activated during these exercises. Retraining these muscles is the whole reason you're doing them in the first place, so be conscious that the muscles are staying activated properly. Breathe. It's good for you and your muscles, and be patient. Some people have a lot of trouble even just activating the TA in the first place, so don't feel like you need to rush through these progressions. Take your time to ensure that your body is ready for something more challenging.